Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Makakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, rule web, and the great example to the young brothers in the truth. And peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. And I think this video from one of the brothers in California, if I ain't mistaken, Azaria. I think that's the name of that page. But he did a video like Manatazak Banyamya. I think that he's two different people that be doing it. Two different brothers. But I just wanted to touch on it because he had some Edomites talking in it. Then he got the apostles and talking, so I ain't gonna get the precepts they read. I'm gonna let it just play through that part and then get precepts to go with what the Edomites saying. So Lord willing, let's edify. And let's get into it.
It is the new front line in America's multi-layered defense network. A top general reveals a future battlefield is already taking form in space.
For better or worse, space has become a warfighting domain.
Chaos 3-1, single group, bullseye 280, 39, 20,000 hostile maneuver.
Following good hit, dead man.
Is conflict in space inevitable?
We don't want there to be a war in space. We want all of humanity to continue to use all the benefits of space for all of our good. But if others choose to start a war there, we'll be ready.
Preparing for a conflict no one wants.
They don't want it, but guess who want it? The Lord. The Lord want conflict in heaven. And the Apostle Gabar, if I ain't mistaken, gonna get it. So I ain't gonna read. I'm just let it keep playing. Because there will be conflict in heaven, contrary to popular belief.
While the U.S. has been rushing military supplies to support Ukrainian forces battling the Russian military, another potential battlefield may be taking shape in space. And no, we're not talking about futuristic sci-fi movies. While the very idea of militarizing space is very disturbing to anyone who is intrigued with exploring what lies beyond Earth, Space Force was created because...
And you Edomites, you will not enjoy anything that lie beyond Earth, man. All you're gonna enjoy is, what you have on Earth and what you have that's hovering in the firmament. That's it, man. Let me get a precept. Like you. This the book of Job, chapter 14, and verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Yeah, so you Edomites ain't doing what you want. You're not gonna stop nothing, nor are you gonna go past your bounds, man. You're gonna do what thus saith the Lord. This Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 1. It reads, the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. As rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So at the end of the day, guess what, man? The Lord is in control of what you devils do, what your elite plan on doing. The Lord is in control of all these things, man. And that's why we are comforted. Why? Because, hey, it's everything. If we trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, it's in the Lord's hand. Our power. So we ain't got nothing to worry about. But you Edomites, you in trouble, man.
Military commanders say America's adversaries are already demonstrating hostile intent in orbit.
to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
So the Most High is going to be laughing and mocking and ridiculing you goddamn devils, trying to scramble together and trying to fight against the Heavenly Father and His Son. Are you out your mind? Have you seen the maneuvers that them chariots can do? They get big, they get small, they appear, they disappear, they go in the water, they go into space, they go everywhere. You try shooting at them, what they do? They move and laugh at your ass.
And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Come and see the works of God. He is terrible in his doing toward the children of men. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury. Those chariots are the so-called UFOs that the angels are going to be in. Now earlier I said Yahushua is coming with a multitude of angels. They're going to be in those so-called UFOs, which are known as the chariots of the Lord in the Bible. Okay, for reference of that, you can go to 2 Kings 2 and 12. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger, so he's going to be upset, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. What a day that's going to be, huh? For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. Now here it comes. This is it. Brace for it. And the slain, S-L-A-I-N, S-L-A-I-N, the slain of the Lord shall be many. Come on, man. That's not a dark saying. That's pretty explicit. Yahushua is going to kill a lot of people when he comes back, man. And I pray that Yahweh Shem Yahushua bless me to see it, man. I want to see it, man. I want to see it. I want to revel in it, you know, when Yahushua comes back, man. I pray that Yahweh Shem Yahushua, as well as you other brothers out there that are sincere, I pray for you all too, that you're able to see it, man. The coming of our Lord in his glory.
Is military conflict in space inevitable?
I would say absolutely not. Absolutely not. We have the ability, just like we do in other.
And it absolutely is. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 14. War in space is inevitable. It will happen, man. This is the book of Revelation 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And World War III consists of war in heaven, as the scripture said, as the I don't know the narrator, but the narrator was reading with the deep voice. You know, the Edomite reading with the deep voice. You know, as he said, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, which is Esau, Edom, and the rest of these heathen. And his angels, the rest of these heathens are gonna be a part of the dragon's angels, man. All these militaries upon the face of the earth gonna come together, and they're gonna fight against who the world English call Jesus Christ, which his true name is Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. You know, so war in space is inevitable. You know, Esau talking about it's absolutely not inevitable. No, it is inevitable. Ain't nothing gonna stop it. It's gonna happen, man. Whether you want to fight or not, you're gonna fight, man. You know.
Domains with other weapon systems, with other activities We have the ability not to come to conflict in space.
I think if we ever allow ourselves,
and you don't have the ability to do nothing but be subjugated to the word of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's the ability that every man, woman, and child on the face of this earth have. Be subjugated to the Lord prophecies, man. You know.
to get to the point that we feel we need boots on the moon to protect some assets, to protect an American flag or an Apollo landing site, a historic landmark, we're in trouble.
We want the moon to be a peaceful place. We want.
And these devils full of shit. They know damn well. You got NASA coming out making videos that saying they never been to the moon. It was all fake. You know, they lost the coordinates on how to get to the moon. You know, that's why they only went one time. These devils through, man. You know.
Or an Apollo landing site, a historic landmark, we're in trouble.
We want the moon to be a peaceful place. We want space to be peaceful. And the concern.
And space and the moon is not for you devils, man. You know. Here it is, this nigga talking about space to be a peaceful place. The earth can't, you won't even let the earth be a peaceful place. Which is paradise. Eden. You know, I done, if I'm not mistaken. The earth was created to be a paradise and you turned it into a battlefield, man. Now you talking about the moon or you want the moon to be a peaceful place. You know, you niggas not going to the moon. And as long as you fucking devils in rulership, there is no peace, man. There's Isaiah chapter 48 and verse 22. There is no peace, saith the Lord, unto the wicked. And the wicked are you so-called white people, man, which are the biblical Edomites. Not every so-called white person is an Edomite, but you know, Esau Edom is the so-called white man. You know, is every person that look like a so-called white man considered an Edomite? No, because it depends on your bloodline, man. Who your father go back to? You know, if your father down the line, going back hundreds of years, your great grand go back to Israelite, then you're not you're an Israelite. But there's no peace to these fucking devils, man. The wicked Esau Edom. If this nigga was to go to space, guess what? It's gonna be war on space. You know, the Lord say He's gonna have war with Amalek from generation to generation. As long as these devils exist, they will have war, man. You know, because that's who rule the world. That's who controlling everything. And when it's all said and done, if they was to collapse, if the Lord allowed them to collapse this economy and things kept going another 10,000 years, they'll be still in rulership and you know, and be probably on the moon or something, doing wickedness, man, fighting. They'll be done killed themselves within 10,000. They wouldn't last another 100 years. Esau be done killed everybody in their damn self, man. Let's just be real, man. This nigga is a mad scientist, you know, and he'll kill himself trying to be the Lord, man.
Now, it's becoming a potential battle zone.
We do not want there to be war in space. We do not want there to be conflict. We want all of mankind to enjoy its benefits. But if Russia and China or other actors are going to seek to undermine our capabilities in space, we're going to be ready for that. And so that is why we've created a Space Force and the United States Space Command.
You fucking devils, you better be ready for your how about Shimmy Havashai. Fuck Russia and China. They gonna be on your side. You better be ready for this. This second Exodus chapter 13 and verse 1. And it came to pass, after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, and it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all things all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth filleth when it filleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven, out from the four winds of heaven, to subdue the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a mountain, and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. And after I beheld, and lo, all that which were gathered together to subdue him, all these armies of the earth, America, China, Russia, Iran, Japan, Korea, North and South, Canada, Mexico, all the countries with armies and fighter jets and space forces, they're gonna gather together to subdue him. Going back to, I forgot who that was, or what the nigga name, Theodore Roosevelt. It might not have been Theodore. Ronald Reagan. He said, "What if we all had a common enemy, not from this earth, and you fucking do?" And he coming back to conquer, man. Um, it say, "But I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. Yeah, so you're gonna be sore afraid, but you gotta fight, man. You know, Esau. I mean, the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is gonna bring the fight to you, man. And Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai are men of war. So the war is inevitable, man. Ain't no escaping this, man. You know. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which were prepared to fight, and burned them up every one. So upon a sudden of an unnumbered multitude, nothing was to be perceived but the smell of but only dust and the smell of smoke. When I saw it, I was afraid. So that's what's coming for you devils, man. That's going back to that war. Heaven, Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels, and the dragon prevailed not. You know, there will be war in heaven, and it's gonna be you you fucking humans against Yahweh Shai, man. And he gonna weigh y'all ass out, and he coming with the thousands of heaven, you know, and they gonna get busy, man, with the armies of the earth, all of them, you know. Let me find that precept because the Lord ain't coming back playing, man, chit chatting with nobody, man, talking shit out. Ain't gonna be no peace treaty. Ain't no peace talks, man. It's gonna be action. This the book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 2. And I saw and beheld a white horse, and he that saw him at Salak, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. Yeah, so Yahweh Shai gonna be that is the one sitting on that white horse, you know. And I'm gonna reread it. It say, and I saw and behold a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. Yeah, and that's what Yahweh Shai is gonna come back and do. And sitting upon that white horse is that great mountain that they seen in Exodus. Which is that fathership, that chariot, which is so called what the world ignorantly call a UFO, unidentified object, UAP, unidentified area phenomenon, but it is identified, and we here to tell you that those are the angels, and Yahweh Shai is going to come back in a humongous one of those UAPs, UFOs, and he gonna come conquering to conquer, man. And Esau know this. That's why he make when Mars attacks, War of the Worlds, and all this, man. Matter of fact, let's get this one more. Because, hey, the Lord ain't finna play with you people, man. You heathen in 2/3. Salaki. This the book of Habakkuk, chapter 3, and verse. This Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 16, it say, when I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice of rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. When he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops. Yeah, so when the Lord pull up, he gonna invade the earth with his troops, man, which are the thousands of heaven, man. The angels behind him. Michael leading the charge of the angels behind him, man. And they gonna come back and tear some shit up, man. It's gonna go down in the earth, man. But that's pretty much the point, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to end it giving all honor. Matter of fact, let me get one more since I got it. Salaki. This the book of Isaiah, chapter 31 and verse 1. It say, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. And Egypt is modern day America. And what do America have? America has the strongest military, you know. 1-on-1, any nation will catch pure hell with American military. 1-on-1. No allies, nobody helping. They gonna be in trouble. They gonna be in for a rude awakening. But the Lord won't. Woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. Yet he also is wise and willing, yet he also is wise and will bring evil, and will not call back his word. Yeah, who? Yahweh, you know, but will arise against the house of evildoers, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and against the help of them that work iniquity. Now the Egyptians are men and not God. And the Egyptians represents what? The Americans, so-called Americans, because America is the modern day Egypt, you know. And you fucking Edomites. We'll lump all you Edomites as the Egyptians, man. All you fucking Edomites. Y'all are the Egyptians, man. Because y'all oppress us wherever we go, man. Now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit. Yeah, because your military vehicles, your fighter jets and space, so-called space rocket vehicles, and your tanks and submarines and Humvees and shit like that are flesh and not spirit. They're destructible. The spirit is incorruptible, invincible, and your chariots are flesh, man. They can be destroyed. You know, they're of the earth. You know, the chariots, your vehicles and things of that nature are of the earth. The Lord's so-called UFOs, the UFOs are spirit, man, and not flesh, man. They're indestructible, man, and not spirit. Salakia, when the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fail together. Yeah, and that's what's coming, man. Everybody, all these armies of the earth who gave they power to the beast, you know, for 1 hour. All you fucking heathens, man, you finna be through, man. The Lord finna come back and conquer and enslave, man. Cause when you go to war, according to the ancient world, which, you know, the ways of the ancient world are coming back in a big way. When you go to war and you take down another nation, tribe, city, you put people in slavery, man. Simple as that. And you fucking heathen finna go into slavery because the Lord finna conquer every nation that's not the so-called that's not Israel and put you in captivity. 2/3 of our people, they gonna be cut off and die, and the elect gonna be delivered and raised up as the head of the earth, man, as the top. You know, we ain't gonna be the tail no more. We gonna be the head. But that's pretty much the point. Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to end it giving all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, rule well, been a great example to the younger brothers in the truth, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom, Kwame Yashala, Abba, Shalom.